Strange Black Beats.
Sky was angry, the wind would bite. The waves were roaring in the dead of night. Fear crept in like a thief unseen. Oh, where's the calm? Where's the serene? Yahshua told the water, peace, be still. He spoke the words and bent the wheel. The storm obeyed the master's thrill. Yahshua shook. Eyes like fire, the storm he took. Not a whisper of doubt in his steady tone. He stilled the sea like it was his own. The winds they bowed, the waves they knelt. The power of his voice we felt. Yahshua told the water, peace, be still. Oh, he spoke the words and meant the will. The storm obeyed the master's thrill. Yahshua told the water, peace, be still. Oh, the raging heart, it calms like this. With just a word and heaven's kiss. Oh, when chaos calls and fear runs wild, he speaks the peace to every child.
Big salute, family. It's your brother K. Judah, giving our praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the beloved Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family. Shout out to my brother Sham. Big salute to Elder Barrel Wack, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Big salute to Elder Bro Tim, certified in the truth. And all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Boy, I know y'all can hear it in my voice. I've been up all day doing my whole website over, my clothing line, my website. Well, y'all bear with me though. As the Bible say, be in season, out of season. So if I can get that website time, y'all already know I'm finna get a Lord time. But as you see the title, Yah and Yahshua know they can do it. But do you believe they can? There is nothing that Yah and Yahshua can't do. But do you believe they can? Y'all already know what he can do. But do you believe he can do it? Yahshua know what he can do. But do you believe he can do it? If you don't believe he can do it, how he gonna move when you ask him to do it if you don't have no faith? I'm gonna show y'all some things in the Bible that you have to know that y'all can do it. He waiting on you. He can do anything he wants. He can stop anything. He can get in the middle of anything. But do you believe that he can do the things that the Bible say he can do? Because if you believe it, I guarantee you he's going to always move according to your faith. Y'all don't do nothing for nothing. Yahshua don't do nothing for nothing. A lot of times when people ask for stuff from Yah and Yahshua, but they don't move on what they ask for, you just sitting idle. The door has been opened. Go through the door. But then when you don't go through the door and the door closed, now you mad at Yah because you sat idle. If I'm going to ask for something, I already know he can do it. That's why I'm asking, because I know he can do it. And even if he don't do it right then and there, I know he still can do it. What did Daniel and them say in the lion's den? No, not the lion's den. What did Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, what did they tell Nebuchadnezzar? We're not going to bow down to your idol, whether God deliver us or not. We still ain't going to bow down to your idol. They had faith, and y'all moved on their faith. How you know that, KJ? Because Abraham daddy was also cast in the fire. Or was it was one of them? Somebody got cast in the fire with Abraham. In the extra biblical text, like they like to say it ain't canon. I don't think it was his father. But somebody got cast in the fire with Abraham. Abraham got delivered because of his faith. But his family member tried to go off his faith, Abraham's faith, and he died. Because he didn't believe. But Abraham was delivered because he believed. Y'all see how that worked? You may be my family member, but my faith gonna save me. And if God just feeling good that day and he's merciful, sometimes your belief and faith can save your household. But in that case, that man didn't believe at all. So he tried to cleave to Abraham to be delivered. And y'all said, man, no. He gonna get delivered because he got faith. You don't got no faith. So you gonna get consumed. And that's exactly what happened, family. He was consumed. So like I said before, this is a short lesson. Follow along with your brother. Get your Bible. Get you something to write with. Read these scriptures with me so you can see how magnificent Yah and Yahshua truly is. When I read the scriptures, I don't doubt nothing in this Bible. I'm not being tossed to and fro in my mind. I'm not being tossed to and fro like waves in the ocean. I am not lukewarm, family. I believe everything my Father and King say. Everything. And I know y'all do too, family. Let's sword swing. Let's handle y'all business. Let's get it. Thank you, my beloved sister Georgetta. Thank you. Abraham's brothers, family. That's the one that was cast in the fire with Abraham. It was Abraham's brother. And his brother died because he had no faith. And Abraham was delivered because he had all the faith in the world. So y'all see how that worked? Let's go, family, to Exodus chapter 14. And when I get done with this, I'm going to show y'all my website. The only thing I have to do after this is add some rollers in there. So as y'all scrolling through the site, you can just roll it with your finger. You know, like how a person slides something to the side. That's all I got to do, and it'll be finished. Let's go to Exodus 14, verse 1 through 12. And we're going to look at some examples today of what Yah can do when you believe he can do it. Just because we're the chosen children of God don't mean we're going to be saved. Well, you got to make that plain, KJ, because the Bible say all Israel going to be saved. But all Israel ain't going to receive salvation. That's two different things. They were saved out of Egypt, but died in the wilderness. They didn't receive salvation, but they were saved. That's the same thing going to happen this time. We're going to be saved out of all our dwelling places. but we are not going to make it to the promised land because a lot of our people are stiff-necked and rebellious. It don't matter what we tell them when it comes to the scriptures. They not trying to hear it. And that's why I tell people, don't argue with nobody. You plant the seed and keep it moving, because y'all going to do two things. Yahshua going to do two things. He either going to water it or he going to leave it as it is. That part is up to Yah and Yahshua. Dust the dust off and keep it moving. You ain't got time to be arguing with people, because a fool is going to tell you all his mind and heart's desire. And if you get to going back with him, you might sound foolish like him. Let him give you all his heart's mind and walk away as he doing it. Because as you walk away, the noise starts to get mute and mute and mute till you don't hear that no more. Exodus 14. My mama had this kind of faith where she didn't doubt nothing what God can do. And I seen y'all work in my mama's life. I mean, tremendously. And that's where my faith comes from, because I know what he can do. I seen him doing it in my mama's life, in my own life. Exodus 14, 1 through 12. And it reads, well, I still got that in me. I don't care how tired I may sound. And it reads, Exodus 14, 1 through 12. And it reads, and the Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Phahariah, between Magdal and the sea, over against Baal Sivon, before Ishmael ye camp by the sea. And Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness, have shut them up. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Elohim. And they did so. Why did the Lord want to lay his hand upon Pharaoh? Not only because what he did to the children of Israel, but also because Pharaoh opened his mouth real wide, like Nebuchadnezzar did. Pharaoh say, my hands have created this great sea, or this great river. Boy, you ain't create nothing. You are the created, not the creator, goofball. And then you did the children of Israel dirty. So he told me, I'm going to lay my hand upon Pharaoh. I want to do this. Have y'all ever asked yourself why the Lord took the children of Israel through the way of the Red Sea? When he could have took the children of Israel the way of the Philistines, which was the closest way to go, he could have took them right to the promised land. But why did he wait and make Moses and them turn around and go to the finger of the Red Sea, today what they call Nuwaba? Why? Because he wanted to lay his hand on Pharaoh and his host. So the children of Israel can see what our Yah can do and what our King Yahshua can do. And that's exactly what he did. He even tell you in the Bible, Exodus 13, 17, the way of the Philistines was the closest way to go. He said, now, hey, turn back around, Moses, and go to the finger of the Red Sea. They gonna come after you. And that's exactly what happened. And he laid his hand on Pharaoh's army. And let's go ahead and cut this confusion out right now that's been going around. When the Lord say, these Egyptians that you see again today, you will see them no more again, he did not mean you're never going to see an Egyptian again. He was talking about that army. You will never see these people again. They all drowned in the Red Sea. I didn't say Pharaoh drowned. His army drowned in the Red Sea. And they did not see them again no more. Coming after them. They was drowned in the Red Sea. Because they saw Egyptians again. All you got to do is read 2 Chronicles 36. It's right there. So they did see Egyptians again. But they didn't see no army again. coming after them on horses, they drowned in the Red Sea. Knowledge now. Verse 5. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and after the heart of Pharaoh of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And I made ready for chariots, and he took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and captains over every one of them. And the Elohim hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And he pursued after the children of Israel. And he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with a high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen, and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, besides Phahariah, before Baal Savon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. And they were so afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, because there was no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? I want y'all to notice something. Children of Israel ain't got no faith right now. Let me say that again. The children of Israel ain't got no faith right now. So who is the main person have to have faith in this situation? It's the man with the stick. It's the man with the staff. It's Moses, y'all. Moses is the one who had to be strong, not doubting, but believing. Why, KJ? Let's keep going. Verse 11 again. And they said unto Moses, because there was no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. Now, I want y'all to know that the children of Israel is going through a little Stockholm syndrome. How is it better for you in Egypt when he made you serve with rigor, hard bondage, treated you like trash? And you gonna tell Moses and the Lord that it was better for us to serve the Egyptians after all that Pharaoh did to y'all, and you gonna let that come out of y'all mouth? They had no faith, family. So ask yourself, why did the Lord still move on their behalf? Because of Moses, y'all. Moses is the one that needed to be strong in faith. Because the Lord know what Israel just endured. He know that they ain't in their right mind right now. They talking sideways out of the neck. But I want to show y'all that the Lord is so merciful, so purposefully in what he do. He had a purpose. He had something he had to prove to Pharaoh and them. That, boy, you don't rule nothing in the kingdom of man. I'm the Elohim. And I turn you every which way I want, boy. What did the Lord tell Moses? We're going to go ahead and go a little further down. It was 1 through 12. But I got to read this. Because he told Moses something. And that's why I'm telling you, don't be idle. When the Lord say go do it, go do it. Because he didn't already show you what he can do. What you mean, KJ? Let's get it. Verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of our Elohim, which it will show to you today. For the Egyptians, whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more forever. And the Lord shall fight for you, and he shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore you criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. Moses, why are you crying to me, man? I didn't already showed you what that staff can do. Don't cry to me. Stretch forth your stick, bro. Why are you asking me when I didn't showed you what I can do with that staff in your hand, Moses? He told Moses, why are you crying to me? Stretch forth the staff over the water, brother. Y'all see how God get down? He don't want you being idle. If you didn't already saw what he can do, why are you standing still? Go forward and march and let the staff handle business. "15 again. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod and stretch out thy hand over the sea and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea." And that's exactly what happened, y'all. Talk, KJ. Verse 17. And I, behold, I. Oh, I love when the Lord talk like that. When the Lord say, I am the Elohim. I am the King of Israel. I am the God of all the earth. I love it, boy. Boy, I love when he start putting them eyes in there. Why, KJ? Because he is what he say he is. Y'all know how people say, man, why you keep on talking about even though I know it's the Father and the Son handling business, but he working through the Son. Y'all better go find out who Moses was talking to on Mount Sinai. That was Yahshua, fam. The rock that followed them, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, the rock that followed them, that rock was Christ. Who is this droning Pharaoh and them? Yahshua HaMashiach. He the one telling Moses, why are you crying to me? Moses knew about this man. The Lord gonna raise up a prophet like me. Moses knew about Yahshua, family. Abraham knew about, they all know about the Son, the King of Israel. Verse 17. And I, behold, I will harden the heart of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horses. Man, the horses ain't do nothing, but the men riding on the horses did something, so everything got to go. He even made the horses look bad. They got to go too. So he drowned them in the Red Sea, family, and not one Israelite was left behind. So when you read in the book of Romans, when the Lord say, and all Israel gonna be saved, he gonna do the same thing he did when he brought them out of Egypt. He gonna do it again. But they did not all receive salvation. Knowledge. Brother asked me one time, man, what's the difference between being saved and salvation? And the brother came right behind me and said, brother, he just explained it on the line. They was all saved out of Egypt, but they did not all receive the promised land. That's salvation, brother. That's rest in the Lord. We didn't receive that rest because they didn't believe. They didn't have no faith. So he saved them, and that's as far as it went. They just were saved. But did they get the promised land? No. Did they get rest? No. They died in the wilderness. Two different things. I want salvation, not just be saved. I want to be with the King, not just make it to the wilderness. Knowledge. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11 so I can show you that Moses, he had to have faith. Because without faith, it is impossible to please our Elohim and our King Yahshua. Can you prove that, KJ? I think I can. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. And we're coming right back to Exodus. I just had to stop so I could prove this real quick. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. And it reads, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Jump down to verse 6. Verse 6. And it reads, but without faith, read that again, KJ. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. But without faith, how absolute is impossible? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Elohim must believe that he is, and that he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's the name of the lie. Y'all know he can do it. Yahshua know he can do it. But do you believe he can? Because without faith, it is impossible to please our Father. It is impossible to please the King. So now you understand why he told Moses, why are you crying to me? Stretch forth your staff over the water, Moses, and watch what it do. See, Moses already knew the staff had power because Moses just witnessed 10 plagues on the Egyptians. And he had the business on Pharaoh, his army, the horses, everything in the sea drowned in the Yam Suf. Let's go back to Exodus chapter 14. And this time we're going to go verse 18 to 31. 18 to 31. When you truly love the Most High Yah, when you truly love Yahshua, it's going to be a reflection in your life every day. It ain't going to be something that you say by word. It's going to also be by deed. How you know that, KJ? Because a lot of people do a lot of talking. They only love Yah as far as the blessings come. They only love Yahshua as far as the blessings go. But when y'all send them through a little turbulence, a little trials and tribulation, when y'all don't answer their prayer when they want him to answer, because he didn't open the door, but you sitting idle thinking he gonna do everything for you, you have been woefully misinformed. Number one, y'all don't move on your time. When you pray for something, just believe he gonna do it. If it's according to his purpose, he gonna do it. And if he don't do it when you expect him to do it, you wait for him to do it. Who is you that you gonna move the master? You gonna move the needle on the master. You have been woefully misinformed again. Exodus 14, verse 18 to 31. And it reads, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Elohim, when they have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horses. And the angel of Elohim, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these. Y'all know this happened that night, right? Y'all know all this was going on at night, right? It's a reason for that, but we'll deal with that another day. Verse 20. And they came behind the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Elohim caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters was divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left hand. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them in the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. And he took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that So that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Elohim fighteth for them against the Egyptians. I want all nations to know worldwide, the Lord is fighting for Israel right now. There's been a shift in the earth, and this is spiritual. There's been a shift in the earth, and it is spiritual. And the world see it, and our people see it. All we have to do is have faith and believe that he is. And that he going to do what he say he going to do according to the scriptures. We have to believe, family. It ain't just words. It's by action. It ain't just lip service. It's by action. Verse 26. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. When the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned, and covered the chariots, and the horsemen, and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them, but the children of Israel, but the children of Israel, but the children of Israel. I love this, boy. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left. Thus the Lord save Israel. Thus the Lord save, no salvation. Thus the Lord saved Israel. So once the saving come, then the salvation come. But if you sitting up here being like our ancestors, you think you're going to receive salvation? Absolutely not. They didn't believe Yah. They questioned Yah. They didn't believe Yahshua. They questioned Yahshua. They murmured against Yahshua. They got on Yahshua's nerves, man. They got on Moses' nerves. All they did was complain the whole time in the wilderness. How you supposed to move on behalf of a people? If Moses wasn't in the midst of them, he would have killed everybody. We have to know that. He would have started over with Moses. If Moses was not in the midst of Yahshua, he would have killed everything that was in that wilderness. Because he was about to. And Moses prayed for our people. And let me say this. This goes to show you the relationship that we have with Yah and Yahshua is deeper than what people think. Moses was able to talk to the creator of all things and tell him, you can't kill all these people. Because if you do that, they're going to say you couldn't even bring your people to the land. Yahshua thought about that and said, I repented myself this time too, Moses. But I'm telling you right now, these people are not getting in the land. So the Lord was very, he was angry with Israel, but he meant what he said when he told Moses, they ain't getting in. So he wasn't playing with Israel, man. And Moses stood in the gap, but he was about to kill our people. And he said, Moses, I'm going to start over with you because all he needs is one man. Just start over with Moses. But he loved Moses and he loved Israel. But just because you love somebody don't mean you're going to allow them to run all over you and do what they want to do when you sitting up here is the one delivering them from their enemies. How soon do we forget? How soon do we forget, family? He delivered us from our enemies. We didn't deliver ourselves. That's just like now when I hear people say, man, why y'all just don't deliver yourself from the hand of the white man? I don't even talk to people like that. Because Yahshua is more powerful than the white man. And he going to deliver us from the power of all nations. It ain't just the white man. It's all nations we've been scattered to. And he going to show the world his salvation. He going to show the world what he about to do for Israel. So we don't care what no nation's talking about. We care about what our Elohim talking about. And we follow him, which is Yahshua. We don't follow man. So we don't care what man talk about. So when you ask us why we want to deliver ourselves, it ain't meant for us to deliver ourselves. it's meant for the Lord to do to these nations what he did to Pharaoh. He gonna lay his hand on these nations. He have lifted their heart up so he can lay his hand on them, and they gonna know that he ruled in the kingdom of men. Now listen. Here you go. Verse 31. And Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. Y'all see what made them believe? When they saw them Egyptians drowning, they feared the Lord. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing, because what you fear, you're going to respect. You will never respect what you don't fear. And that's why our ancestors went in captivity after captivity, because they didn't fear our Elohim. And what you don't fear, you don't respect. And they didn't respect our Elohim. Because if they respected him, we would have never been in captivity right now. We would have never got kicked out the land. They would have never defiled the land, shed innocent blood, broke the Shabbat, messed up the feast days, did all type of wickedness in the land. And look where we at today. So that's why I be trying to get people to see. You might not like what I'm saying when I say we can't blame nobody for the condition, which is true. We can't. All I can do is look at my ancestors when I read scriptures and say, And then I can't shake my head too much, because then I got to look in the mirror myself and go, Then I can't even do that too much, because when you talk about your ancestors, you got to look at your people today and go, So who can we really talk about? Nobody. Not even our ancestors. The Bible say we worse than them. So that's why I just keep my mouth closed and repent humbly. Because we can't talk about nobody. And we go keep it real. They messed up. We messed up. Still messing up today. We're trying to get Israel to see the truth. They told me this is a white man's book. I'm Kemet. I'm a Egyptologist. I'm Buddha. I practice yoga. Okay. Let's go, y'all, to Deuteronomy chapter 1. Chapter 1 and verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. When I read the scriptures, I get overjoyed. I'm excited all the time, because I know this is a true book, man. This book is not dead. This book is alive, because Elohim is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. And this book is alive. It's alive, fam. We just got to believe that it's alive. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. Then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plains over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban, and Hazeroth, and Dizahab. Jump down to verse 6 through 8. 6 through 8. 6 through 8. And it reads, The Lord our God spake unto us in Horeb, saying, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey and go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto, in the plain and in the hills, and in the vale and in the south, by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, and unto the great river, the river Euphrates. I want y'all to know what you're hearing. But that's another topic. But I want you to know what you're hearing. I want you to know the location. Don't let nobody fool you, family. Read the locations. Get a map. Look at where these places at. They was by the land of the Amorites. He said on this side Jordan, which is east. Amorites took the land from Moab. Make it make sense, people. That's all I'm saying. Understand what you're reading, family. Don't let nobody lie to you and fool you. Verse 8, behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land, which the Lord sware unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and to their seed after them. Jump down to verse 20 through 28. 20 through 28. And it reads, and I said unto you, ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which the Lord our God do give unto us. Behold, the Lord thy Elohim have set the land before thee. Go up and possess it. And the Lord our Elohim of the fathers, of thy fathers, have said unto thee, fear not, neither be discouraged. And ye came near unto me, every one of you, and said, we will send men before us, and they shall search out the land, and bring us word again, by what way we must go up, and into what cities we should come. And the saying pleased me well. And I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe, and they turned and went up into the mountain, and came unto the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. And they took of the fruit of the land in their hand, and brought it down unto us, and brought us word again, and said, it is a good land, which the Lord our Elohim do give us. Notwithstanding, we should not go up. Hold on, whoa. Listen again. Notwithstanding, ye would not go up, but rebelled against the Lord, commandments of the Lord your Elohim. And ye murmured in your tents and said, because the Lord hated us, he hath brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, and to destroy us. Whether shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our hearts, saying, the people is greater and taller than we. The cities are great, the walls up to heaven, and moreover, we have seen the son of that napkins. Hold up, time out. They just saw what he did to the Egyptians. And they just told Moses right now, man, the people of the land is bigger than us. We can't go to that land. They had no faith. Do y'all see this? They had no faith. Yah didn't show them what he can do, but they didn't believe he can do it again and again and again. Yah is bigger than giants. Yah is bigger than armies. Yahshua is bigger than giants. Yahshua is bigger than armies. Yahshua is the only one who can approach unto Leviathan. No man can approach unto Leviathan, but Yahshua can. And you afraid of a man? You afraid of a giant? Sometimes the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Go ask Goliath. He'll tell you. He had a rock stuck in his head. And I know that head was big too, but that rock was in it. Oh yeah, that rock was sunk in there too. Then he got his head chopped off. I know David took some days to cut that head off, but he did it though. Chopped it off. But do y'all see this? What I'm reading though? That they didn't believe. So what do the Lord supposed to do with this, y'all? What do he supposed to do? What, still give them the land so they can defile the land? So they can go in there with their unbelief and then get everybody else scared? Don't y'all know that we are a people that the Lord called tribes? And there's 12 of us, right? 12 tribes. In the midst of our tribes, few bad apples can mess up a bunch. A little leaven can leaven the lump, fam. You see, Yah want us to hold each other accountable. And that's why you can't have scary cats in the midst of you. Men who will mess up everything for the rest of the people because his unbelief. Now everybody got unbelief. Now we all arguing and fighting one another because our unbelief, because fear make you afraid. And when it's fear, it make you say stuff that you shouldn't be saying because you're afraid. And people speak out of fear. So do y'all see that Moses and the Lord, he telling them, go search the land. They come back to my man, we can't go in that land. They rebelled against the commandment of the Lord, y'all. What do he supposed to do with this? I'm asking. This the whole time. Do you know from the time of Exodus all the way to Deuteronomy and so on and so forth, it was nothing but rebellion. What do he supposed to do? Or what do we expect him to do? That's why you can't be in the company of everybody, because you may have faith. They don't have faith. Y'all ain't gonna move because you in the midst of faithless people. Man, y'all, I'm doing right by you. What's wrong? You in the midst of faithless people. I can't move. I can't do anything because you got to get away from these faithless people. Then I can move on your behalf. Just because we all family don't mean we all going. Just because we all family don't mean we all going, family. Let's go to Isaiah 51. We almost done already. Isaiah 51. Isaiah 51. Now, I want y'all to remember, they was afraid of man, right? They talking about how big they was. It was a good land, but man, the people there are men of high stature, and man, we saw the sons of the Anakim. So, what that mean? What do that mean? Let me show you something. Let's go to Isaiah 51, 1 and 2. Then I'll tell you when I'm gonna skip down. Let me show our people what the Lord wants you to know. Isaiah 51, 1 and 2. I'm gonna tell y'all when I'm gonna skip down. Isaiah 51, 1 and 2. And it reads, hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence you are dig. Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him, because Abraham had faith, y'all. I'm talking about real faith. Jump down to verse 9 through 12. 9 through 12. Then we're going right back to Deuteronomy chapter 1, because I'm trying to prove a point. Now, they was afraid of man, right? Watch what the Lord about to say. Verse 9 through 12. And it reads, awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake, as in the ancient days and the generations of old. Art thou not it that have cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Now, this talking about Egypt. It's another name for Egypt, y'all. Verse 10. Art thou not it which dried up the sea and the waters of the great deep, that have made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head, and they shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Even I, love when he said that, boy. Even I, am he that comforted you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that should die, or the son of man which should be made as grass? There y'all go. Y'all see that? What is man that you're afraid of man? Man gonna be cut down like grass, and you're afraid of a man? But you ain't afraid of me, though. And it's been our problem all the time. We're afraid of man more than we're afraid of the Lord. We'll do what man say do before we do what the Lord say do. And God created man. Man is the creation of God. God is the potter. We the clay, and we fear man more than we fear God. You know how I know that? Because look where we at today. Because we follow man and not Elohim. And this has been a problem, y'all. We shouldn't be here. We here, but I say we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be speaking English. We should be speaking our own language. My name should not be a European name. My last name should not be a slave name. I should not be paying for water that y'all gave free. I should not be paying for lights when y'all gave it to me free. I should not be paying for food when y'all allow us to cultivate the land and he blessed our provision and gave us food and also opened up the windows of heaven. But look at us today. We pay for everything that used to be free. We made our own clothes. Now we go to them for clothes. We educated ourselves through Yah, the best education in the world. But look at our education today. Most of our people, they don't know how to break the chains of a European thinking mind process. They process their mind based on European interpretation, based on real European religion, European piece of paper. Because a lot of our people can't break the chains, y'all. We shouldn't be here, but we are here. So what we going to do while we here? We going to keep whining like our ancestors? Or we going to be bold and courageous and turn back to Yah so we can go home? Repent to Yah so we can go home. Walk in faith and boldness so we can go home. Believe the gospel of Yahshua. Walk in the fruits of the Spirit. Love your brother and sister as yourself so we can go home. Let's go, family. You not tired? I'm tired. I know Elder Bro Tim tired. I know Elder Bell Walk tired. I know y'all in this chat tired. But guess what? We are a nation. And a few bad apples spoil the bunch. Because y'all notice that it's a lot of our people doing right to the best of our ability. And Yah is still long suffering because our other brothers and sisters are stiff-necked. They don't want to hear this. And Yah giving them time. So it's like we're impatient because we want to go. But we can't go because we're a nation of people. And Yah can say, I'm going to gather all Israel to the wilderness. I'm not going to leave one Israelite behind. So we get mad at the bad apple because, man, you making it bad for all of us. That's exactly what's happening, y'all. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Everybody in Israel not doing wrong. A lot of our people doing right to the best of their ability. And they walking in righteousness to the best of their ability. But boy, when there's so much noise in the room and it's the loudest noise that you hear, that's the majority, family. And we got a lot of noise in the room and it's causing people to stumble, causing them to fall, causing them to leave the truth. This a mess, man. It's a total mess. So how are we supposed to be gathered and go home in this type of predicament and the mess that we in right now with all this false doctrine, all these lies? Man, it's just terrible, man. Brothers fighting each other on the street corner, what for the world to see. Straight mockery of the Elohim of heaven and earth, him and Yahshua. Straight mockery. With the fringes on too, y'all. They beat each other up with the fringes on. You know that's bad because they get on everybody else about fringes and how to keep the commandments and have brotherly love. But they didn't display their brotherly love. They beat each other up with the fringes on. So I guess we got to be a little bit more patient. Not I guess, I know we got to be a little bit more patient and just endure, family. That's all we can do is endure. But I know a lot of y'all ready to get up out of here, man. You're sick and tired, man. But not all of our people ain't sick and tired, man. And that's why we still here. Because we all got to be sick and tired. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 1, because he just told me, why are you afraid of man? Man gonna be cut down like grass. You should have been talking about you can't go search the land because you're worrying about a man. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 1. Can y'all imagine that y'all sitting in heaven right now with Yahshua at his right-hand side, and he see all the wickedness that's going on the earth? He can see in the dark rooms, through the walls, and through the doors. He see what they doing to little babies. He see what Epstein and them was doing to them children. He see how men are violating little babies. He see how men is violating women. He see how men and women are violating children, because let's keep it real, it's men and women. Because how y'all think they get the girls? They use women to get the young women. So it's just a lot of perversion going on. And y'all see all this, y'all. He see all the murder. He just see everything. Him and his son, they see all the wickedness going on the earth. Can you imagine that? Just all you see is wickedness all the time. Just wait. And then on this side, you got your people that's doing right. And these are the ones y'all protecting over here. He keeping them out of harm's way. That's why he said, I'm going to save you from the hour of temptation that should come upon all the world. Let's go to back to Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 28 to 32. 28 to 32. Because now we know we shouldn't be afraid of no man. They're going to be cut down like grass. Verse 28, and it reads, whether should we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our hearts, saying the people is greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to heaven. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakims. Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them. The Lord your Elohim, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, and in the wilderness, where thou hast seen how that the Lord thy Elohim bare thee, as a man do bear his son, in all the way that ye went, until ye came into this place. Yet in this thing you did not believe the Lord your Elohim. In this thing you did not believe the Lord your Elohim. Verse 32. Who went in the way before you to search you out a place to pitch your tents, in fire by night, to show you by what way ye should go, and in a cloud by day. Moses say, you did not believe the Lord your Elohim. And that's why they did not make it to the land of their Elohim. They died in the wilderness. Can you imagine going from bondage, being served, being made to serve with rigor, meaning hard bondage, and then you get to a place in the wilderness after going through all that, and then you still die? So that means you went from captivity to the wilderness just to die? After going through all that, you just went there to die because your stiff-neckedness and hardness of your heart. That's terrible, man. After all we've been through, we better get this thing right. We only got one shot. Who wanna go through all this and then get to the wilderness and then you don't make it to the promised land to be with the king? Come on now. That's a reprobate mind to me. That's a reprobate. We only got like 6 more scriptures. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 1 through 6. The Bible says, what have happened to Israel has happened to no other nation. So why do we not want to receive blessings? Because once you come back to Yah, he removed the curses individually. But as a nation, they won't be removed until we all gathered up out of here. Deuteronomy chapter 3 and verse 1 through 6. This is Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 1 through 6. And it reads, then we turned and went up the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. And the Lord said unto me, fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand, and thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. So the Lord our Elohim delivered into our hands Og, also the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we smote him until none was left to him remaining. And we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them. 60 cities, meaning 60. 60 cities, all the regions of Argob, and the kingdom of Og in Bashan. And all the cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, besides unwalled towns and great many. And we utterly destroyed them, as we did unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, utterly destroying the men, the women, and children of every city. Now, a lot of people like to accuse our Elohim, and I'm always defend our Elohim. They call him a murderer. And I like to call you a certified goofball. Dum. Yah is not a murderer. Yah has never murdered no one. The Bible say, I kill and make alive. And then you got to ask yourself, why do he bring death to certain people? Well, let's keep it real. When you look at the Egyptians, they did his people dirty, so he gave them what they dished out. When you look at the Amalekites, they came against Israel when they was a broken and sore people, just coming out of captivity, so he gave them what they was looking for. They always attack us first. Then when Yah give them what they dished out, now they want to call Yah a murderer. Now, you might ask, well, what about the Amorites? First of all, they cursed themselves because they in a land that don't belong to them, which is the land that they call Canaan. So guess what the Lord do? Sihon took the land from Moab, and God took it from him since he liked to steal so much and gave it to Moses and them. It's called the plains of Moab. Since you like to steal so much. So that's all they were doing. He took the land from the former king of Moab, and then Moses and them took it from him. And also took it from Og, king of Bashan. That's why you got Gad, Manasseh, and Reuben was dwelling well, where the Ammonites was dwelling at on east side of the Jordan River, which is king of Bashan and king of Sihon. These were Amorite kings. And God took their land and gave it to Moses and them because they're a thief, like they stole our land from Lebanon to the river of Egypt to the Euphrates. They some thieves. So since you like to steal, I'm going to take the land that you took from Moab, and I'm going to give it to Moses and them, and he going to give it to the Reubenites, which is called the plains of Moab, family. So this is why the Lord telling you he destroyed them. He destroyed them. And this, you got to go all the way to the book of Jubilees to understand this about how these Canaanites got into our promised land. Because it was never called the land of Canaan. It was called the land of milk and honey. They called it the land of Canaan, not Yah, not Yahshua. Then they changed it to Palestine. Yah didn't give it that name neither. And then the Romans came in and changed it to Alia Capitolina. Yah didn't give it that name neither. So do y'all see when y'all tell us to do something, we got to have enough faith to do it. It don't matter how big a man is. It don't matter how many the army is. If y'all say, I got y'all, I'm going to deliver you, he going to do it. You just got to believe he can. You got to believe Yahshua can. Because without faith, you're going to get destroyed. And the enemy going to overtake you. Because you have no faith. You have no faith. Now watch this, y'all. Let's go to Numbers 21. So I can show y'all what Moses is reading in Deuteronomy actually happened in Numbers chapter 21 when they was coming out of Egypt, when they was trying to go around to get to the other side of the Jordan River, which is west of the Jordan River, to get to the land of what they call Canaan. Something happened. Let's go take a look at it. Let's go to Numbers 21. And I only have 5 more scriptures after this. Let's go to Numbers 21. Let's go and run it down. Now remember, Moses is running everything down in the book of Deuteronomy, everything that God did. Where is he getting this from? About Sihon and king of Bashan. It's right here, family. Numbers 21. And I'm going to read verse 1 through 4. And I want y'all to listen to the name of this king. And it's going to be very important when I point out something in verse 1. It's something I be telling y'all all the time. That's how you know this Bible is on point, man. It's just man not on point, but the Bible on point. Man not though. Numbers chapter 21 and verse 1 through 4. Watch this, y'all. And it reads, and when King Herod, hold on, king of who, y'all? King of Herod. Where this king was dwelling at then? If this is king of Arad, where he was dwelling at? In Judah's territory, family. Y'all remember Arad, where I told y'all the real Zion at? It called him king of Arad. They stole our land, family. Arad is where God, Zion sit at, north of Jerusalem. This man is dwelling in Arad, which is territory given to the tribe of Judah. This is what they did, family. That's why it's called him king of Arad. Let's keep going. Verse 1. And when king of Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south. Dwelt where? Where was Judah at? In the south. Judah's land was in the south. Let's keep going. And when the king Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell them Israel came by way of the spies, then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou wilt indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy them and their cities. And the Lord hearkened unto the voice of Israel, because now they got faith, and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. And he called the name of that place Hormah. And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the souls of the people were much discouraged because of the way. Who land did they just pass, y'all? Edom, right? Who y'all gonna believe, your Elohim or man? If they by the land of Edom and they just told you that the king was in the south and Edom land was south of Judah, don't argue with nobody, fam. But they telling y'all that we never left the continent of Africa. Y'all better stop listening to people, and you better go by what God say, because a lot of y'all ain't nothing but some regurgitators in the back. You just regurgitate. You're a regurgitator, man. You don't read the Bible, for you're a regurgitator. That's why you keep telling us, go home. Go back to the continent of Africa. That's your homeland. That's where you were sold from. Yeah, but how they get there, partner? They ran and fled from where? They had to come from somewhere, right? So where they flee from to get there? That's the part y'all never tell people. They fled from Jerusalem in 70 AD. And they fled all throughout the Mediterranean world. And they fled into Africa. And they stayed there. And then the Hamites sold them. That's where they were sold from. It was called Negro land. But they came from somewhere to get there. Why y'all don't never tell the people where they fled from? They fled from Israel, family. What they call a Levant today. So they by the land of Edom, right? Edom land is not on the continent. Y'all got to make this make sense to KJ. Jesus. Now everybody fighting to go somewhere that they think, oh, this the land right here, baby. This the land of milk and honey. Says who? Your teacher? Yeah, okay. Let me keep going. If I pull out the baby powder. Some of y'all just need baby powder. Jesus, boy, I tell you. Jump down to verse 21 to 35, man. Let me show you that Moses got this from Deuteronomy in Numbers chapter 21 when he just talked about Sihon and king of Og. Verse 21, and it reads, and Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the field, or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past our borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders. But Sihon gathered his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword and possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. For the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Israel took all these cities. And Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites in Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof. I thought we didn't have villages. I thought we didn't have wells and valleys and villages and water. Stop it, man. Let's keep going, man. Verse 26. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who have fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon. Wherefore they that speak in Proverbs, saying, come into Heshbon. Let the city of Sihon be built and prepared. For there is a fire going out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It hath consumed all of Moab, and the lords of the high places of Arnon. Woe to thee, Moab! Thou art undone, O people of Shemosh. He hath given his sons that escaped, and his daughters into captivity, unto Sihon king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished, even unto Dibon, and we have laid them waste, even unto Nophah, which reach unto Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Amorites that was there. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle of Idriah. And the Lord said unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people, and all his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou did it unto Sihon king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon. So they smote him and his sons and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land. There y'all go. Where they fighting this battle at, y'all? East of the Jordan River, family. They try to go through Edom. Edom wouldn't let them pass. So then they went to Sihon, king of the Amorites. He wouldn't let them pass. He came out and fought against them. And the Bible just told you that he took the former land. He took the land from the former king of Moab, from the Arnon River, because he did not take the land below the Arnon River. He took it above the Arnon River, which is called the plains of Moab. You can read that in Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1 through 6. Do you see what I'm telling you? That you have to follow the scriptures. Don't follow man. I don't care what man tell you. I care about what man can prove. I can get up here and talk all day, but if I ain't going into the Bible proving what I'm reading, I'm just talking. And then I'm lying. Now I got people looking the wrong way. Now they believe in something that ain't even scriptural. Because of regurgitation, family. It's not good to be a regurgitator. It's just not. Let's go to Joshua chapter 10. And I want you to listen to all the names of these kings that I'm about to name. And then we only got 4 more scriptures after this. Joshua chapter 10. I want y'all to listen to all these kings that I'm about to name. And this how you gonna know they did steal our land. They stole our land, family. I'm about to prove it right now. Joshua chapter 10, verse 1 through 19. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. We got 4 more scriptures after this. Joshua chapter 10 and verse 1 through 19. And it reads, now it came to pass when Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, hold up, what? Had heard how Joshua had taken Ai and have utterly destroyed it. And he had done to Jericho and her king. So he had done to Ai and her king. And now the inhabitants of Gibeon have made peace with Israel and were among them. They that feared greatly, because Gibeon was a great city, as one of the royal cities, and because it was greater than Ai, and all the men thereof were mighty. Wherefore Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, sent unto Hoham, king of Hebron, unto Param, king of Jarmut, and unto Japhia, king of Lachish. Aren't these all the lands that's in our land, y'all? Tell me, everything I just named, like Lachish, Hebron, Jerusalem, these are our lands, y'all. What are they doing there? What are they doing in these places? Because they stole it in the book of Jubilee, fam. This is why we fighting against them. You ever ask yourself, why did God pinpoint the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Girgashites when we came out of Egypt? Why he directly sent us to fight against them? Because they stole land that don't belong to them, family. Canaan never went to his land, which was what they call South Africa today. Who dwelling in South Africa today? Nothing but Hebrews. Because that's the land that mankind never dwelt. because Canaan never went to his land. He went to your land, not his own land. So who was dwelling in his land? Nobody. Nobody was dwelling in his land. That's why you got all them Hebrews over there. Went to a place where mankind never dwelt. Verse 4. Come up unto me and help me, that we may smite Gibeon. For they have made peace with Joshua and with the children of Israel. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, and the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon, gathered themselves together and went up, they and all their hosts, and encamped before Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua to the camp of Gilgal, saying, slack not thy hand from thy servants. Come up to us quickly, and save us, and help us. For all the kings of the Amorites that dwelt in the mountains are gathered together against, dwelt where? I thought we don't have mountains. Listen to what y'all reading, family. Because people who push the African continent land on you, they lie and tell you that in our land, we don't have mountains, we don't have valleys, we don't have water, we don't have fruits, we don't have trees, we don't got nothing. That's what they tell y'all, right? But he's right here just say they were dwelling in the mountains. Woo. Verse 9. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Beth-horon, and smote them, and Azekah, and unto Makkedabah. And it came to pass as they fled from before Israel, when in the going down to Beth-horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. There were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day, when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, sun, stand still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is it not written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that, before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man. For the Lord fought for Israel. We the only one have this relationship with the Lord where he'll hearken to Israel if we're on the right page. He'll hearken to Israel if we walking right. He'll hearken to Israel if we have faith. He'll hearken to the voice of a man, and he's the creator of man. But that's the relationship that we have with him. And this is where the envy and jealousy come in at, because you the only one know your Elohim. See, other people got to come by way of you to know him. You was born to know him. They got to get to know him. You know, like you bring somebody in the house, they got to get to know the family. No. We all family. We know our family, and we know our Elohim. We know him. We don't got to get to know him. We know him already. We know him already. So do y'all see this? Do y'all see what the Lord is doing? Verse 15. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, unto the camp of Gilgal. But these 5 kings fled, and hid themselves in a cave at Makkedah. And it was told Joshua, saying, the 5 kings are found hid in the cave at Makkedah. And Joshua said, roll great stones upon the mount of the cave, and set men by it for to keep them. And stay ye not, but pursue after your enemies, and smite the hindermost of them. Suffer them not to enter into their cities, for the Lord your God hath delivered them into your hand. Jump down. Here it go. Jump down to verse 22 to 26. Watch this. See, Joshua had faith. He believed that Yah can deliver the enemy to his hand. That's why Joshua was saved and Caleb was saved. Because they believe, family. Because once you believe, Yah and Yahshua gonna move on your behalf. Because it's your faith is the driving force. I just read in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6, it is impossible to please him without faith. So without faith, it ain't gonna work. But with your faith, you can move mountains. And I mean literally move mountains. See, people think Yahshua just be talking. When Yahshua told Peter and them and the disciples, man, you could tell this mountain, go hinder, and it would do it. They thought this man was playing. You got people talking about he didn't mean that literally. Who is you to say what he meant literally and what he didn't mean? Be quiet, dog. He meant that literally, bro. He said you can turn this stone to bread, but you got to have faith. You got to believe. Who is you to interpret the Lord's mind, what he meant and what he didn't mean? That's why I don't listen to goofballs. I just don't. Goofy make me. Keep going, KJ. Okay, I had to, catch my, bring it down, brother. It just make me sick, Lord, the goofies. Verse 22 to 26. Jesus. Then said Joshua, open the mouth of the cave and bring out those 5 kings unto me out of the cave. And they did so, and brought forth those 5 kings unto him out of the cave. The king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon. And it came to pass, when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, and put your foot upon the neck of these kings. And they came near, and put their feet upon the neck of them. And Joshua said unto them, fear not, nor be dismayed. Fear not, nor be dismayed. Be strong and of good courage. For thus should the Lord do to all your enemies against whom you fight. And afterward Joshua smote them, and slew them, and hanged them on 5 trees. And they were hanging upon the tree until the evening. Y'all see this? Joshua knew that them bodies had to come down when the day changed. But when they brought us in captivity, that's one of the curses. They never took the bodies down. They let the bodies stay up all night and day, and they took pictures laughing. But that's one of the curses. So what we did to Yahshua, Yahshua allowed to happen to us. He was mocked. We was called bywords and proverbs. He hung on the tree. We hung on the tree. He was ridiculed. We couldn't even walk down the street. Nigger! Nigger! Everything that we asked for him to go through, we went through the curses. They asked for a king. Talking about Caesar is our king. So he gave him Caesar Borgia. Shout out to my brother Sharshan. He was the first one to point that out. You know when Christ said, give Caesar what is Caesar? And they say, we got none other but Caesar. What is Caesar Borgia, Caesar Borgia name? Caesar Borgia. So he gave you what you asked for. A white Jesus, a pale hippie. Everything we asked for our king to go through, we went through. And that's why I say I take this truth so serious. Sometimes I just cry when I read about what our ancestors asked for to happen to the king. My eyes get watered up when I read about what they did to Yahshua. And he never had any sin. They could not pinpoint what he did wrong, but they was envious and jealous of him. And they asked for innocent blood to be killed and shed in the land, and he died outside the camp. They kicked this man out of his own vineyard. That's what I've been telling y'all the whole time, according to Songs of Solomon chapter 1. Other vineyards I took care of, but my own vineyard, they kicked me out my vineyard. Who is his vineyard? The house of Israel and the men of Judah, his pleasant plant. How you not going to want to worship something so great as this? Somebody who truly love you. We have no allies. We have no friends. We have nobody who care about us. But this man up in heaven and his father, they care about us. And we just disregard all the love and care. Because we want to be like man so bad. Whew. Man, bro. Family, I only got 2 more scriptures, man. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Thank you, Most High Yah, for your truth, for your mercy, for your compassion. Because if it has not been for you, we will be annihilated. And our people just don't understand that you're the one been holding our hand the whole time. All these captivities. We've been here over 400-500 years, man. I mean, we've been here for a long time. And you've been holding our hand and nobody won't even acknowledge. I'm talking about the people who won't even acknowledge what you have done for us, even in captivity. Because you love us, man. And we do not give you credit for taking care of us, even in captivity. Do you not know they didn't poison your water? They didn't poison your food. They just poison your air. They putting stuff in the medicine. They are trying to kill us, family. And the Lord told us you're going to eat poison and live. He have altered your body to endure poison. And you're going to turn on him? Come on, man. Let's go and get done, man. Woo. Let's get done, man. This is 2 Chronicles, man, chapter 20. I got one more scripture after this. 2 Chronicles, chapter 20. And I want y'all to see what the Lord did for Jehoshaphat. I don't know what true peace feel like. I only know what peace of mind feel like. I don't know what true peace feel like. I don't know what true happiness feel like. But I know what happiness in the mind feel like. If it has not been for the Bible, we'll go crazy, family. If it has not been for Yah sustaining us in this captivity, we would have been lost our mind a long time ago. That means that is Yah and Yahshua keeping his people, man. He is keeping us, family. Why we can't just give him the credit due, the worship and praise due? Why do we give it to man? Man is not worthy of praise and honor and glory. Yah, that belongs to Yah. He's the one holding your hand. Don't you know you have nobody that care about you to come see how you doing? To stick out their hand and say, man, let's help these people. Nobody. Yah say you have showed my people no pity. Nobody won't pity you, man. But you keep running for relationships instead of running to the relationship with Yah and Yahshua. Second Chronicles chapter 20 and verse 1 through 4. I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. I got one more scripture after this. Verse 1, and it reads, and it came to pass after this also, that the children of Moab and the children of Ammon, and with them others beside the Ammonites, came against Jehoshaphat to battle. Then there came some that told Jehoshaphat, saying, there cometh a great multitude against thee from beyond the sea on this side Syria. And behold, they bid in Hazon Tamar, which is in Igadah. And Jehoshaphat feared and set himself to seek the Lord, and proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. And Judah gathered themselves together to ask help of the Lord, even out all the cities of Judah. They came to seek the Lord. Jump down to verse 10 through 17. 10 through 17. And now behold, the children of Ammon and Moab and Mount Seir, whom thou wouldest not let Israel invade when they came up out of the land of Egypt. But they turned from them and destroyed them not. Behold, I say, have they rewarded us to come to cast us out of thy possession, which thou hast given to us to inherit, our God. Wilt thou not judge them? O Elohim, wilt thou not judge them? For we have not might against this great company that cometh against us, neither know we what to do. But our eyes are upon thee. But our eyes are upon thee. But our eyes are upon thee. And all Judah stood before the Lord with their little ones, with their wives, and with their children. Then upon Jehaziel, the son of Zechariah, the son of Benaiah, the son of Jeiel, the son of Matthiah, a Levite of the sons of Asa, came the Spirit of the Lord in the midst of the congregation. And he said, hearken ye all Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem, and thou King Jehoshaphat. Thus said the Elohim unto you, be not afraid nor dismayed by reason of this great multitude. Hallelujah. Be not afraid nor dismayed by reason of this great multitude. Hallelujah. Be not afraid nor dismayed by reason of this great multitude. for the battle is not yours, but Elohim's. Tomorrow go ye down against them. Behold, they come up by the cliff of Ziph, and ye shall find them at the end of the brook, before the wilderness of Juel. Ye shall not need to fight in this battle. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of your Elohim with you. O Judah and Jerusalem, fear not, nor be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, for the Lord will be with you. Boy, this got chills running through my body. This got chills running through my body, man. This got chills running through my body, man. Woo! Man, come on. He say, stand still. See my salvation, man. Hold your peace in my presence. I'm a great king. You don't have to fight in this battle. Stand still. Be quiet. Nobody speak. Let me handle my business. But you heard what he told him, though. Don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid. Because I don't move on fear, I move on faith. I don't move on fear, I move on faith. Jump down to verse 20 to 30. Verse 20 through 30. And let's see what the Lord did because of this great faith that Jehoshaphat and them displayed before the eyes of our Elohim. Verse 20. And they rose up early in the morning and went forth into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went forth, Jehoshaphat stood and said, hear me, O Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in your God, so shall ye be established. Believe his prophets, so shall ye prosper. And when he had consulted with the people, he had appointed singers unto the Lord, and they shall praise the beauty of holiness as they went out before the army, and to say, praise the Lord, for his mercy endureth forever. Well, don't make me start crying, KJ. Well, you're talking in the third person, boy. Don't start shedding no tears on this live, boy. Don't do it. And as they went before the army, and to say, praise the Lord, for his mercy endureth forever. And when they began to sing to praise the Lord sent ambushments against the children of Ammon, of Moab and Mount Seir, which were come against Judah. And they were smitten, and they were smitten, and they were smitten. For the children of Ammon and Moab stood up against the inhabitants of Mount Seir, utterly to slay and to destroy them. And when they had made an end of the inhabitants of Seir, everyone helped to destroy another. And when Judah came towards the watchtower in the wilderness, they looked unto the multitude, and behold, there was dead bodies falling to the earth. And behold, there was dead bodies falling to the earth. And behold, there was dead bodies falling to. They didn't even have to fight. All they needed was faith. They didn't have to lift up a sword. All they needed was faith and to have courage, not to be afraid, not to be dismayed. And God showed his power because of faith. Faith is the substance of all things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Verse 24. And when Judah came towards the watchtower in the wilderness, they looked unto the multitude, and behold, there was dead bodies falling to the earth, and none escaped. And when Jehoshaphat and his people came to take away the spoil of them, they found among them in abundance both riches with the dead bodies, and precious jewels, which they stripped off for themselves, more than they can carry away. And they were 3 days in gathering of the spoil. It was so much. And on the 4th day, they assembled themselves in the valley of Berechiah, for they blessed the Lord. Therefore, the name of the same place was called the valley of Berechiah unto this day. Then they returned, every man of Judah and Jerusalem, and Jehoshaphat in the forefront of them, to go again to Jerusalem with joy. For the Lord have made them to rejoice over their enemies. For the Lord have made them to rejoice over their enemies. I thought we don't supposed to rejoice over our enemy when he falls. I'm going to ask that again. I thought I don't supposed to rejoice over my enemy when he fall. He say he allowed them to rejoice over their enemies. Did not David and the women say David killed his 10,000, Saul his 1,000, and they were singing with tabrets and tablets. They were singing in the streets. They rejoiced over Goliath. I thought we don't supposed to rejoice over our enemy when he fall. I don't supposed to rejoice over my brother when he fall, or my sister when she fall. But they rejoice over their enemy, family. So what enemy is Solomon talking about I shouldn't rejoice over? Because if that's the case in Solomon, they shouldn't be rejoicing right here. David should not be rejoicing in the children of Judah over Goliath. It should not be rejoicing in the book of Revelation when he said, all my prophets and disciples rejoice over Babylon. I thought we weren't supposed to do that when our enemy fall. But he said the fall of Babylon, the earth breaking to singing. That's rejoicing. Somebody got some explaining to do to KJ, because I heard that in the Christian church all my life. Don't rejoice when your enemy fall. What enemy? Because they rejoicing right here. Let me read that again. Verse 27. Then they returned every man of Judah and Jerusalem, and Jehoshaphat in the forefront of them, to go again to Jerusalem with joy. For the Lord have made them to rejoice over their enemies. Oh. Somebody doing a little bit of rejoicing. Verse 28. And they came to Jerusalem with sorceries and harps, with trumpets, unto the house of the Lord. And the fear of God was of all the kingdoms of those countries, when they had heard that the Lord fought against the enemy of Israel. So the realm of Jehoshaphat was quiet, for his God gave him rest round about, because of faith, family. Let's go to the last scripture. So do you see? Do you see that my Christian preacher lied to me? Because he told me if somebody smite me on my cheek, I should turn my other cheek to him and let him hit me again. And don't y'all know that scripture ain't talking about that? If my brother smite me, and I know what I can do if he smite me, somebody got to be the bigger person, because somebody gonna die that day. So I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna be the bigger man and walk off and turn my cheek from my brother, that none of us die that day. But they lied and told us turn the cheek. If the white man smack me, let him smack my other side too. Y'all know why they used them scriptures like that, though, because they wanted us to be vulnerable and weak, so we'd never fight back. I wish a white man would tell me, well, you know you're supposed to turn the other cheek. I say, here go my cheek right here. Smack me and let's see if I'm going to turn the other cheek. I'm going to knock fire out your blonde hair. Or if a ham might say, brother, you know we supposed to turn the other cheek. I'm going to knock the naps out your hair. That's what's wrong. See, they want us to be vulnerable and weak while everybody else be strong and courageous. And now, partner, this a new day. Don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you. I ain't turning no other cheek to you, boy. I'm going to turn this left uppercut and this jab from my shoulder blade. That's what I'm going to turn. And the pivot of my calf feet. When you throw a punch, you got to turn with it. You got to put your shoulder blade in it. That's what I'm going to do, boy. So come on, hit the other cheek if you want to. But this is what they taught the slaves. White man hit you, boy, you turn your other cheek. No, man, that ain't what they're talking about, family. Somebody got to be the bigger man. That blood don't be shed. And I'm willing to be the bigger man with my brothers all the time. Because I know some of my brothers are ignorant. And I know you got sisters out here, they going to turn their cheek from some of their sisters, because you got some of the sisters out here, they ignorant too, just like the brother. I keep telling people we got ignorant in our race, but that don't make up the whole race. We leave them alone and let them be on that side until they come on the right side, which is the good side, when they see the light. Because I'm not going with throw up at and vomit. Because you got to meet somebody. When you want to talk Bible with somebody, you got to meet them in an environment where they can think. How you going to go to the club talking Bible, standing outside trying to preach the word? Boy, ain't nobody going to listen to you, boy. They listen to good music and drinking good wine. Use common sense. You going to go to the Bible, talk about thus said the Lord in the club, in front of the club where the music loud at. Boy, you don't go home and go take you a nap and stop trying to be so over righteous that you think somebody go hear you. They're going to walk right past you and say, this Negro crazy. Use your brain, though. You gotta meet people in an environment where they can think, man. Then you talk Bible with them. Let's go to the last scripture, man. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 8. And this will be last, family. We gotta go to the club and we gotta go in there and get our people. Brother. They not gonna hear you, brother. Wait till the next day when you catch them at the store or something. Just passing by at the park or something. Come on now. Nobody not gonna listen to you in the club, brother. The music too loud, man. The mind not in the right place. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11, and this will be last, family. This will be last. Thank y'all for y'all participation. I pray somebody got some understanding that Yah and Yahshua know they can do it. But do you believe they can, family? And once you believe they can, nothing will get in your way. Nothing will get in your way, family. You will find good success when you have faith, when you walk in the fruits of the Spirit and you obey Yah. Yah is all about obedience. He don't care what we talking about, what we think. All he want to know is you going to obey me? And if you're willing to do that, you're going to have great success. And success don't always mean money, even though money is good to have. We all want a little money. But y'all know what I mean when I say great success. Your life going to be prosperous. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11. This will be last. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1 through 8. Now I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to skip down. And it reads, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand that the world was framed by the word of Elohim, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto Elohim a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Elohim testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaking. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because Elohim had translated him. But for before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased Elohim. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of Elohim of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should have after received for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whether he went. Jump down to verse 11. Verse 11. And it reads, through faith also Sarah also received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. What? You mean she judged him faithful? A woman had faith in the Bible? What? I thought God don't deal with you women. I thought God just looked past you women. I thought God was misogynistic. That's not what I just read in verse 11. Let's keep going. Verse 20 to 27. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. By faith, Jacob, when he was a dying, blessed both sons of Joseph and worship, leaning upon the top of his staff. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel, and gave commandment concerning his bones. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw that he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandments. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches. Hold on. How did Moses esteem the reproach of Christ? If he didn't know nothing about Christ. Woo. I keep telling you, the rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. You can't get around it. I don't care how much you scream, yell, holler. You cannot get around 1 Corinthians chapter 10, 1 through 5. The rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. Yet a rock that the builders disallowed have become the head of the corner. Knowledge now. Let's keep going. Boy, this Bible is so beautiful. Verse 26, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures of Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. Y'all see this? Jump down to verse 30 to 40. And here it go. Verse 30 through 40. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down after they were compassed about 7 days. By faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not, when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I say more, for the time will fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouth of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness was made strong, waxed violent in fight, turned the flight to the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again. Others was tortured, not accepting deliverance, they that might obtain a better resurrection. And others have trial of cruel mocking and scourging. Yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawed asunder, they was tempted, they were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskin and goatskin, being destitute and afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And all these, having obtained a good report through faith, receive not the promise. God having provided some better things for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. So even though our fathers all died in faith, they did not receive the promise. And what is the promise, KJ? The resurrection of the dead. They should not get it without us. We should all get it at the same time, meaning the dead in Christ should be raised first. And if we be so blessed, those of us who are alive should meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord, and we shall be changed. So all your ancestors who was righteous and worthy of the resurrection of the dead and eternal life, they all died in faith. So not all of our ancestors was wicked. We had a lot of righteous ancestors. The Bible tells us about it. But remember what I told you. Where there's the loudest noise in the room, that means it's too many people. And where there's too many people going the wrong way, that's what people going to point at. Those who are going the wrong way. So we got to make our voice even louder. That the loudest ones in the room would be those who teaching righteousness, teaching the gospel of truth, bringing in all those who believe. Not lying on Yah, talking about Yah hate everybody. Yah is misogynistic. You know, we can't be lying on our Father. Yah say, I hate the wicked. So whoever wicked, y'all hate that wickedness. So if you look like me and you wicked, you think y'all love you because you're an Israelite? You think y'all love you just because you got melanin in your skin? Boy, if you wicked, he gonna handle you, boy. If I'm wicked, he gonna handle me. If a sister wicked, he gonna handle her. Man, y'all don't care about you talking about, I'm an Israelite. So? Stop lying on our Father, man, and our King Yahshua. Our Father do not walk around with the mind of a man. Because if he walked around with the mind of a man, I don't think we'll be here today. But his compassion and long suffering supersedes your small thinking. And you trying to put Yah in your mind, in a small mind, in a box. And it don't work, brother, because his mind too big for your small mind. Family, I'm telling y'all, y'all do not walk around just hating people. He hate wickedness. He hate the wicked. That's what he's saying in the Bible. I hate the wicked. But let the wicked turn from his way to righteousness, and they don't hate you no more. Now, some people, like the Epsteins and them, we know where they going. They done. Bruh, the stuff I done heard what they did to children, I don't think you can come back from that, man. I'm being honest, man. But I'm not y'all, though. But I just don't think you can come back for violating no child, man. I mean, actually violating babies. I just don't see how you can come back from that. And then, after they did that to the babies, what they did to the bodies, oh, no, man. I don't think you can come back from that, man. Like your Bill Gates, your Epsteins, and all these wicked elite families, man, come on, man. Look at these people look like the dead walking. Look like reptilians. They don't even look human to me. They eat babies and drink blood. How you gonna come back from that, man? They cannibal. Look at the Queen of England when they used to call her queen. She looked like somebody that was dead. She just looked at horrible. She looked like Beetlejuice. But that's the lesson, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. Thank y'all for y'all time. A lot of these people, they not going to make it, man. And some of our people ain't going to make it, family. And I pray that all our people make it. The Bible say he do not want nobody to perish. So even if the Gentiles, meaning the other nations, you should cleave to Yah too. You should have faith in Yahshua, because that's our job, to show you that the true Elohim is in Israel, not your pagan little deities. We supposed to show you the right way. But guess what? Guess what, family? We got some people out here that's telling the nation, no, we don't supposed to teach you the right way. Y'all see what I'm saying? Anybody can serve the Lord if they choose to, family. We can't get in the way of people trying to obtain understanding of our Elohim and Yahshua and the gospel. Why is you getting in the way? I know why you getting in the way. Because you mad. Because these people that's trying to learn about these things individually, you putting them in the basket with the rest of their people because they had it in captivity. But brother, I'm just being 100. If you go look in the mirror and you read the Bible, the only thing you're going to be mad at is your ancestors. And then you're going to be mad at these elite families for 4-9 affliction, because that's who really doing it. The Jewish, the elite families, and the Jewish people, which is the elite family. They doing this to us, family. Yeah, everyday Caucasian man, we don't even pay you no mind. I mean, especially you racist, honky-tonks. Well, we don't worry about you. You retarded. So I don't even waste my time with an everyday white man who just racist. He got that stuff in his mouth. He could barely talk. He don't got no education. I don't worry about people like that, because I know he just blind and retarded. He just go by wherever America say. This is America. Woo! This is my country. Man, shut up. This ain't your country. Brush your teeth. But I'm telling y'all in the back. The people that have done this to us is the Jewish people, fam. That's the truth. They paid for the slave ship, put us in captivity. They control the media. They control everything, fam. These are your manipulators of the world, the Jewish people. But your everyday Joe, man, don't pay them no mind. They don't know nothing, family. That's why they believe everything they presidents tell them, and they don't even understand you are the welfare queen. The Jewish people are your welfare kings and queens. They the ones on welfare, y'all, not the black man and woman. You work every day. You got a job. You paying bills. They don't pay no bills. They rob the government because that's what it was made for them to be able to rob the government, get benefits, lie, and cosplay as other people in this country saying, no, we are the good ones. We the good people. We gonna cosplay as the good people, and we gonna tell everybody it's the black man and woman that's the welfare queen. That's exactly what they did, y'all. They changed roles. They made themselves the moral people of society who work hard, and then lied and say you don't work hard and you a welfare queen, when it's the opposite way around. You are the ones who work hard every day. Now, don't get me wrong. You got your everyday white Joe, and people, they work hard. And I salute them. Like, I don't knock nobody who work hard, because you got some white people out here, they work an everyday job like everybody else. But y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the racist, Caucasian people. I'm talking about the Hamites that's disrespectful. I'm talking about all y'all who hate us. Even after 400 years, you still stupid and retarded. You still hate a people after all this time, and God is showing you to leave these people alone, and y'all still won't do it. What do you get out of bothering black Americans? Or bothering the children of Israel as a whole? What you get out of it? So that's all I got, family. I just wanted to tell y'all, don't let nobody lie to you. Stop putting yourself down, talking about the black woman on welfare and she a welfare queen. You need to go do some research. I even got documentation that laws was passed that they did not want the black woman educating her children in the house. So they passed a law for her to go out there and get a job like everybody else, because they want to educate your children or miseducate your children. So our sisters is not no welfare queens, man. I'm keeping it real with y'all. The Jewish man and woman is on welfare. The white woman is on welfare. The Hispanic woman, the Mexican woman, they are on welfare, y'all. These are your welfare kings and queens, family, not you. So stop getting on podcasts talking about, yeah, the black woman is a welfare queen. You sound stupid, man. No, she not, goofball. There's other races of people that's on welfare more than black women. Everybody know this. Do some read. So like I said before, to all the nations who want to cleave to Yah, I don't got no problem with you. Cleave to Yah. Teach your whole household, whether you're a Hamite. Look, Ham, I know I say a lot of things, and but if you're going to come and cleave to the Lord, all jokes aside, I can't get in the way of that, and I'll advise you to do so. Teach your household the truth. But y'all disrespectful. That's the only problem I got with Ham, y'all. They are very disrespectful. Now, I'm not saying all Hamites are disrespectful, but I just told y'all the loudest noise in the room. Y'all all on social media, y'all are disrespectful, man. How you all the way in Africa worrying about what's going on with black? Man, teach your children about the Lord, man, and stop worrying about black Americans. Because black Americans can't save you, goofball, but the Lord can. Teach your babies the right way. Teach your babies how to walk in the spirit of truth, and stop getting on social media being disrespectful to God's people before he go upside your head or give you a haircut. So just stop, man. You're disrespectful, man. And then you always talking about y'all come from us. Your coaches come from us. No, it don't, man. What's wrong with you? We got a different culture than yours, bro. You a Hamite. I'm an Israelite. We don't have the same culture, Ham. So just stop, bro. All right, man. I'm gone, y'all. Man, I love y'all with the pure heart. I'm gone, family. But I know I'll be cracking a lot of jokes, y'all. But when it comes to the Bible, I want all people to know our Elohim. I want all people to understand the gospel of Yahshua. That's our job as the teachers of the world. We're supposed to let people know the truth of the scriptures. So this ain't about no hate. This ain't about no me don't want nobody else to worship our Elohim and to cleave to the truth. I'm going to get up here and crack my jokes because everybody else talk crazy about us. So I'm going to throw my little hat in the ring sometimes. That's just who I am. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, teach our households about this Bible, man. All jokes aside, I don't care what nationality you is. Teach your family the truth, man. And I guarantee you, your household going to be better off with you knowing the truth, but learn it from some righteous Israelites. Don't be listening to the Israelites talking about God hate everybody and nobody else can accept the truth. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. We had strangers around us all the time. One law for all, for the stranger and for the homeborn. He even told Abraham, if they circumcised, they can keep the feast days. But they got to be circumcised. But then when Yahshua came, mercy and grace is granted. So if these people coming right, why are we mad at that? I'm just asking, if they coming correct, why am I be mad at that, fam? What if the Negro coming wrong, but the Gentile coming correct? You gonna let the Negro in the Passover and he acting crazy? Or you gonna let because the Bible told me that many people should come from the east, the west, north, and south, and they should sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And some of the children of the kingdom is going to, I said, some of the children of the kingdom is going to be cast out into outer darkness. Who is this other people going to sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob if somebody can explain it to me? I'm just asking. If nobody else going to be there, who is these other people that's going to come from the north, the south, the east, and the west? They going to get to sit down with Abraham. And you natural born Israelites, some of you going to be cast out into outer darkness. And you just told me, because I'm an Israelite, I'm going to be saved. No, you ain't. Some of y'all going to be cast out into outer darkness, bro. And I pray that I'm not cast out into outer darkness, because I'd rather humble myself and don't say I know for sure I'm going to be saved. But boy, I'm giving a good effort to be saved. And I think I'm on the right track. Because I'd rather be humble. I don't want to say I'm on the right track. I'd rather speak humbly. I pray I'm on the right track. And what it look like, by the understanding that we possess, this spiritual knowledge, I think God a little pleased with us. Elder Bro Tim, Elder Barrel Walk, myself, and other brothers, even our brother Darnell, he be dropping jewels. So that I'd rather humble myself and say, if I be so blessed, I want to make it. But I don't want to make it hating people and lose my salvation because y'all, I get in front of y'all and y'all say, man, you taught my word, right? But boy, you was hateful. Man, you had a lot of hate in your heart. Let me say that again for my brothers. Listen again. You know the scriptures, right? You know the scriptures, my brother. I don't want to get in front of y'all and y'all go, man, boy, you taught my word right. Boy, you was hateful, though. I mean, you just walked around with hate. And that hate blinded you a little bit, K. Judah. I wanted to elevate you a little bit more, but I couldn't because you just had hate in your heart. I don't want to be that person, family. I want to be that person, if I be so blessed, who get in front of y'all and he do this. Job well done, my faithful servant. You taught my word with love. You crack your few jokes, K. Judah. I heard you down there. But you did it with love, though, and not hate. That's what I want to be, family. I don't want to be hateful. But I understand my people. Let me say this before I go. I understand my people's anger. And I understand my people rebuttal against other people who is talking ill of Black Americans. I understand it. I understand delineation. I understand. You know why? Because we have been the backbone of all other nations and societies of people. And we have not received the respect due. So all I'm asking, what's the problem with y'all? We're not bothering nobody. We just want to be left alone as Israelites, who they call Black Americans. But at the end of the day, if you're really trying to serve the Lord, you can't come by way of that spirit that you coming with. You got to change too. If I gotta change, you gotta change. You can't be hating no Israelite and talking about you love Jesus. That's stupid. That's stupid. I can't say I love Jesus, but I hate Africans and I hate white people and I hate East Indians and I hate Arabs. Man, no, man. These just jokes. Some of these jokes are serious, though. If you keep disrespecting my people, then I'm coming for your head. But other than that, though, come on, I'm just having a little fun up here and cracking jokes. I don't hate nobody, family. At all. My mama didn't raise me like that. I don't hate nobody. So like I said before, I pray somebody got some understanding. Thank y'all for y'all time. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Many blessings to every last one of y'all. But I'm rocking with my people, though. I'm here for my people, and I'm here for all those who believe. My people first, then to the nations. My people first, because we got to get Israel right first, then to the nations. And I pray that some of the nations come by way of the truth. Some will, some won't. Some Israelites will, some won't. That's just the way it is, family. Big salute to the family. Many blessings to you all. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. And I say salute. Shout out to my sister Dee, my awesome sister Dee. Shout out to Sister Eve, the great video she put out the other day with that song at the end. Boy, salute to y'all, man. Y'all are very talented. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters who are very talented in Israel, who doing great works, who writing books, who breaking down scriptures, who feeding the sheep, who edifying a people, who teaching the world right, who walking in the right spirit, in compassion and love and empathy. I salute every last one of y'all. Salute to Elder Bro Tim for all the great work he do. Salute to Elder Beryl Wack for all the great work he do. Salute to my brother Beno Yah for all the great lessons he been putting out. You know? Salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man, with the pure heart. I love y'all with the pure heart, family. Many blessings.
Yeah, 12 gates shining bright like the dawn. Each one named for the tribes long gone. Yeah, rubies and gold, where the faithful belong. Well, yeah. 12 gates of Israel standing tall, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the angels sing, heaven's home under the Almighty's wing. A city of light, no shadow can hide. Yeah, the Lamb is the lamp, the eternal guide. Yeah, walls of jasper, where grace abides. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Every step closer, fulfilled. Every stone whispers God's holy will. 12 gates of Israel standing tall, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the angels sing, heaven's home under the Almighty's wing. Oh, hear the trumpets, the saints marching. Every tear wiped, no more sin. The river of life flows crystal clear. 12 gates away, the time draws near. 12 gates of Nifriel standing, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the angels sing, heaven's home under the Almighty's wing.
Let me show y'all the website that I've been working on. Like I said before, I want to thank everybody, man, who's been supporting the website, the clothing line. I'm doing everything over, just making it a little bit more professional. Put my sister Ark on there, my brother Monster Moshe. Just a few videos. But I just want to show y'all, what I got so far. But I just got a few more touches. And then, yes, sir. So this is what I've been working on right here. Just doing my clothing line over. Y'all know I never wore this outfit. I got so many CUC clothes. I only wear my clothes when I'm going somewhere where I can really just, get clean, but I never wore this outfit yet. And I got it in the closet. I just never wore it. So this is what I made for my sister Oracle right here.
This is the peace that you cannot buy. Stand me in love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this.
Let me stop saying me and my wife.
This the we cannot break.
Me and my wife made that for our sister Oracle. My brother Monster Moshe here in the chat. We made this for my brother Monster.
Called to work, Eddie Murphy, every gram boomerang, hustling all work, and I can promise you that, yeah, cause they gave me a 30, but watch me bomb
hustle
it back.
Me hard work. Hustle me hard work.
Y'all see that HBG? That we the Honey Badger gang. Honey Badger gang. Yes, sir. Short Sham, where you at, boy? Even though Short Sham 6'5", we allowed him to come into the Honey Badger gang because it's really for men 5'8" and under. Me and Monster 5'8". So we let Short Sham in. He's an honorary. We let our big tall brother in. Short Sham by 6'5", y'all. So we let our brother, he a Honey Badger too. But it's really for the small guys. Because did y'all know that the Honey Badger is one of the most furious little creatures that God ever created? He's not afraid of anything. That's me and Monster Moshe right there. And Short Sham, he honorary. Honey Badger. Okay, I got that on there. Let me get out of there. Just show y'all little things. Then I got this, welcome to the site. At the CUC Cleanup Crew, we bring you the latest in touch notch fashion, curated to elevate your style effortlessly. Join us in exploring perfect blend of quality and trend, designed to make you stand out. Then I got there. Oh my God, look at that. Oh yeah. Get that knowledge, baby. Clean up crew. That's what we do. We clean you up. Oh yeah. We clean up for you. Do a little bit for you. You know what I'm talking about? A little cleaning up, Let me keep going. That's why I was tired, y'all. That's why I came a little late. So right here, I got the little, about the site. I say I started the cleanup crew because I wanted clothing to be more than just fabric on a hanger. I wanted it to be a statement about who we are and what we stand for. Cleanup crew grew out of a desire to clean up the lies, noise, and confusion in the world by creating pieces that carry real messages and real stories, rooted in biblical truth, and a call back to our people's true identity. Every design is my way of turning the things I believe into something you can wear, reminding us to walk with purpose, represent our faithful boldness, and move through the world as a crew committed to truth, discipline, and integrity. Y'all brother ain't no joke now. And I got, oh, look, that's y'all brother right there. This one I used to play that. That's y'all brother KJ. See, a lot of people say, oh man, that nigga be hiding behind the camera all the time. Grown men want to see my face. You's a fun boy. And you know who you is too, patty cake belly. But let me leave that alone. Grown men talking about K. Judah don't show his face. Well, man, what type of man tell another man I don't show my face, y'all? And then look, this is an old video too. This is when the C word was going on, the Kool-Aid. And I was just sitting in the car and but these boys are some fun boys. Show your face, KJ. No, nigga. Excuse my language. No. Let me go down a little more. And then I got Ark and Monster again. And if y'all see in the back, look, I got my brother Monster video playing in the back. See how I did that? Look. See how tight that is? Now, let me show y'all the clothes, though. Because I got to just change it a little bit. So I put everything in bold letters. You see, see how different it look? I gotta just revamp everything. That way, when people come to the site, they will be able to slide it to the side. So I'm gonna put it in like different little boxes and stuff, so it can be easy to navigate. I just made this for my sister Sagala, Elder Barrel Walk wife. This is a hoodie shirt, and we made this for her. Long sleeve hoodie shirt. Get that knowledge. And I want to show y'all what I made for Barrel Walk, which is cold. And this is what I made for Elder Barrel Walk right here. Me and my wife made this for Elder Barrel Walk. Y'all see that? We just made this for my brother. So thank y'all for y'all support, for y'all love and compassion. Just to support the site. When we first started the cleanup crew, I told everybody, I said, man, I'm going to create a clothing site. I don't know if they thought I was for real, but I did it, though, by the grace of the Most High. Yeah, so this is just, and let me say this to everybody. The way I created this site, me and my wife, is this right here. Look. Sagala asked for this shirt. You see this? I never had this shirt up here. So what we do is that whatever a person asks for, we'll make it based on what they ask for, right? But then I'll leave the clothes on the site because somebody else might like what Sagala had told me that she wanted. So other people have ordered this shirt. So when I just made her the hoodie shirt with the hoodie with the Get That Knowledge, I leave all the clothes up there because somebody else might see it and say, hey man, I want one of them. Or they might see what we made for Elder Barrel Walk and say, bro, you could put, some letters on there for me. We make the clothes based on what you like. All the other stuff on the site is my clothes, like the CUC and all the other designs that my wife made. That's her designs. You know what I'm saying? But all the cleanup crew stuff, that come from, like me, my vision, as far as how I wanted the clothes for men to look. And now my wife made the clothes how she wanted the clothes for the women to look. So y'all see? I got all type of honey badger clothes, everything, boy. We honey badgers. I got this outfit. Too much talking make it seem real. Right here. I wore this before too. Everybody just be looking. And what they say? Too much talking make it seem real. So I thank y'all, family. Thank y'all for y'all love and support, though. I got to just do a few more touches to it, and then I'll be done. That's it, family. That's it. Thank y'all. Blessings to y'all. Already, Monster Moshe. All right, family. I'm out. Let me go and close out right quick. Thank y'all for participating in this sword swinger session with your brother KJ. Let's get it. In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother K. Judah, the CUC family. Big salute to my brother Shar Shan. Big salute to Elder Barawak, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. And be looking out for Saturday, family. Elder Barawak will be doing part 4 of We Don't Need Deuteronomy 28 to Prove We Israelites. And also be looking out for Elder Bro Tim next video, because you know he always dropping fire. So big salute to my beloved Elder Bro Tim, my beloved Elder Barawak, and big salute to all my brothers and sisters in the chat. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah. Why are you black Hebrew? Now, hold on, family. I'm just trying to see what he's talking about. Why are you black Hebrew Israelites afraid of the letter J? We not. That's why it's good that, you know, you got to listen to a person to understand where they're coming from. We're not afraid of the letter J. So I don't even know why you asked that, but we not though. Whoever you heard afraid of the letter J, you got to go to them and ask them. But we ain't afraid of no letter J. We don't get caught up on letters and names and stuff like that. So no, we don't do none of that. Yeah, we ain't afraid of the letter J. I'm gonna be nice today, family. This was a good lesson. So yeah, we ain't afraid of the letter J though. Yeah, my brother Ivan, he just told me too, and I just put you on the screen, but I'm trying to understand what you're talking about though. Because we ain't afraid of the letter J though. And please don't come in here telling us about some Hebrew Israelites and what you heard them say. My name K. Judah. I don't know what no other Hebrew Israelites say. I just know what I say. And we ain't afraid of no letter J. So now that you know that, go take a nap and get in the bed and tuck yourself in the bed and read you a Mickey Mouse book or Green Eggs and Ham, Sam I Am. Or just hit yourself with baby powder, whichever one you want to do. All right, y'all. Big salute to the family. Many blessings. I'm out. Wow, y'all afraid of the letter J. Boy, you goofballs make me sick.